Shut up and sit down.
Welcome back to the Mix28 YouTube channel, and not to ruin your week, but I'm gonna ruin your week. I know you all have heard of the SCOTUS decision that recently came out. There's no way you could have avoided it, and there's no way you could have avoided it for one specific, very important fucking reason. The same thing that forced Richard Nixon to resign, the fact that a president could be legally held to a certain standard because they had to follow the law, well, it no longer exists. But that isn't the only Supreme Court case to happen this week that has completely and utterly fucked your existence. And yeah, I'm going to hit you with a doozy today. So let's get right into it.
Every summer for the rest of our lives is going to be ruined by the following sentence. In a 6-3 decision, the Supreme Court, I know, and I'm not even going to talk about the immunity one. No, there was another decision that's actually arguably worse, because while the immunity decision for Donald Trump is bad, this other one might add ant poison back to our meat. That's right, we used to put ant poison in our meat, and then we had a regulation that was written. But now, according to the Supreme Court, rich people can argue that they should be allowed to put borax in meat again. Let me explain. There is a truck stop in North Dakota. The truck stop is called the Corner Post. It's located in the middle of fucking nowhere because no one lives in North Dakota. However, the people in North Dakota, they have to pay debit card swipe fees whenever someone comes to buy gas or like a bottle of water or whatever at the gas station, right? And see, all merchants hate these debit card swipe fees. They used to be very, very high. They used to be 45 cents on the dollar until in 2011 when a regulation was written that finally put a cap on how much you could charge for a debit card swipe fee. That cap was set at 21 cents back in 2011. Inside that regulation, it stated, hey, this regulation can be adjudicated. You can sue about this. We can argue this in court for 6 years, meaning we are not going to argue about this cap ever again after 2017. That's what the regulation used to read. You see, the Corner Post was formed in 2018, and by 2021, they were so mad that the federal regulation cap was set at 21 cents that they went to court, and they argued in court that it should be lower. They had other people co-sign their lawsuit, including a bunch of conservative groups and lobbyists. Yeah, that's right, lobbyists have showed up and started backing this truck stop in the middle of nowhere. They were arguing that it should actually be 10 cents, 10.5 cents on the dollar because the cost to run debit cards has dropped so much. And eventually, about fucking 6 months ago, the federal agency was like, maybe it should be about 14 cents. So in reality, we're arguing over 4 cents. What happened was this went all the way to the Supreme Court because the federal agency and the government was like, hey, there is that line that says they have 6 years to argue this. That ended in 2017. But they successfully argued, and in a 6-3 decision, the Supreme Court said, no, that 6 years, that doesn't start when the law was written. That 6 years begins when the company was formed. So the day they open that company, let's say you have Ant Poison Foods LLC, you could open that company today, and then you could immediately go to court and say, I should be allowed to use borax to tenderize meat because I heard about that on the internet, and I have a ton of borax I'm trying to get rid of, right? That has been banned since 1906. But now they could argue, hey, that ban, I'm allowed to argue it today because I just formed this company and it's causing me harm because I have all this borax. And now you can take that, and because of the Chevron decision, you can outrun the FDA and take it directly to your hand-chosen federal judge, and then you can sit in front of that federal judge, and the federal judge can argue, hey, I watched a couple TikToks about this. You can use borax to tenderize and preserve all the ham you want because it's traditional. And then 6 months later, that rich person can take all of that extra borax money he has and pay that judge a consulting fee. And the Supreme Court has declared that paying somebody after the fact for a decision, not a bribe, apparently. And don't worry, no one in any of these hypotheticals can go to jail because none of them are homeless. The only crime that the Supreme Court has declared exists this entire fucking session. Anyway, have fun with our futures, y'all.
We're fucked. We are utterly fucked. We're super fucked. Your Taco Bell that you're sitting in the drive-thru line for right now, yeah, it's gonna have even more than just diarrhea added to it. You know, that Big Mac that could sit in the container in your back seat along with the fry and never spoil. Yeah, it's gonna probably be fucking edible because of something they put on it 10 years down the road. Okay? This makes zero sense. Zero sense whatsoever. But this is America, and this is how this stuff works. They are literally God kings in the Supreme Court, God kings and God queens in the Supreme Court who are going to kill us because lobbyists. Because God forbid a company have to take the well-being of its customers into place when they make decisions. Or, they could just form a new company so that way they could temporarily sell some arsenic or some shit and put it in our food and feed it to us. America has an obesity problem mostly because the food we eat is shit. Okay? It's got preservatives. It's got fucking chemicals that cause cancer. It's got shit that if you eat just half a fucking Swiss cake roll, your thyroid could fucking explode. Okay? And now it's about to get fucking worse. Extremely fucking worse. Okay? Because if you think, oh, we'll read the fucking label and we won't eat it. Genuinely sit down and think how many times you've read the fucking label on the back of something. I can openly admit, I don't fucking read the labels 90% of the time. Sometimes here and there when I'm counting calories, but otherwise, I'm not fucking reading the goddamn label. Okay? So we are all about to turn into the fucking hot air balloons. Okay? We're about to be the fat motherfuckers from the goddamn Wall-E movie fucking rolling around in rooter scooters like this is fucking a Florida intersection. And that's about to be fucking everywhere in the United States. Everywhere. All because the Supreme Court has 6 fucking conservative justices. So anything the conservatives want can get passed. Anything. Any fucking thing. And including the ability to kill you. It has now been granted. It was already shit before because the FDA is severely underfunded. Doesn't have the proper regulations support. You go to Europe, right? People have said this. If you look up any fucking vacation videos where someone went to Europe or some other shit for 2 months, 3 months or whatever, and then they come back to America and they have literally said I felt so much better. I didn't exercise when I was over there. I just didn't eat American food. Because the shit in our food is literally designed to kill us. It kills us. This is why our cancer rates are fucking ridiculous. This is why our diabetes rates are fucking ridiculous. This is why, compared to the rest of the world, most of the rest of the world, our fucking bodies break down faster than everyone the fuck else. Okay? Our healthcare system could kind of be shit if we were all able to eat fucking better. But we can't because, the healthy option, the fucking grapes, costs $5 more than the fucking pack of Debbie snacks or the fucking ridiculous new flavor of fucking Doritos Cool Ranch. Okay? So prepare to have your asshole exploding. I mean, exploding. Prepare to have stomach ulcers out your ass. Okay? Prepare for the fucking water you drink to have fucking urine in it, like urine in it as a fucking preservative. Okay? Prepare for the Gatorade to not only hydrate you, but probably have like a little bit of fucking speed in it, okay? Prepare for Coca-Cola to not only be a cleaning product, but to also have cocaine in it once again at this point. I don't understand what the fuck, and obviously I'm joking, like for legal reasons, but like I don't get this shit. I really don't. I really don't. Like our democracy is fried, okay? It's fried. And the big one that everyone knows about is solidifying, of course, that situation. But I didn't want to look a little bit more, okay, at the Supreme Court ruling for a fucking North Dakota truck stop. Just a little bit. So this is on the Associated Press, and Supreme Court rules for North Dakota truck stop and a new blow to federal regulators, which federal regulators, it doesn't take a lot to hit a blow to them because they're all like underfunded fucking agencies. Like they're all just straight dog shit in funding. I mean, NASA is the worst, but these motherfuckers are not very far fucking behind. That's why all of these work sites, like construction work sites, are literally fucking walking, goddamn breathing OSHA violations. That's why your home, like built today, the whole saying of they don't build it like they used to. It's like, yeah, because I mean, goddamn, like there's no OSHA regulators visiting these sites or anything. So, like, the Supreme Court opened the door Monday to new broad challenges to regulations long after they take effect. The justice ruled 6-3 in favor of a truck stop in North Dakota that wants to sue over regulation on debit card swipe fees that the federal appeals court in Washington upheld 10 years ago. The company appealed to the Supreme Court. The administration had urged the court to uphold the dismissal because otherwise government agencies will be subject to endless challenges. Justice Amy Coney Barrett, who's fucking, don't get me started, wrote for the court's conservative majority that 6-year clock didn't begin to run for corner post until it started accepting debit cards when it opened for business in 2018. The decision could take on new significance in the wake of last week's ruling that overturned the 1984 Chevron decision that it made it easier to uphold regulations across a wide swath of American life. The court also stripped the Securities and Exchange Commission of a major tool to fight securities fraud. So just all across the board, there is no longer really any regulation stopgaps for fucking anything. For anything. In a dissent joined by her liberal colleagues, Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson wrote, "The tsunami of lawsuits against agencies that the court's holdings in this case and Loper Bright have authorized has the potential to devastate the functioning of the federal government." In other words, we have just not only handicapped the federal government, okay? It's not rolling around in a fucking wheelchair for a couple months while it's fucking ACL repairs. No. We have essentially cut off at the fucking hip the legs of the federal fucking government. And then we also, in the other thing, the big thing, fucking proceeded to take the arms off the federal government. Barrett called Jackson's claim baffling, indeed bizarre, though she agreed with Jackson that Congress could step in to change the time frame for challenging regulations. Congress isn't going to do shit, okay? Goddamn Democrats don't do shit in Congress. This is like the past 10 Congresses have been the fucking most useless Congresses in fucking existence, okay? Ever since 1985, we've gotten nothing but Congresses that are fucking useless. Their only job, it seems, is to dismantle every fucking protection there is for you and for me. Dan Charco, a former Justice Department lawyer who has been following the case, predicted that parties like Corner Post would win their cases more often following this term's ruling. Combined with last week's decision eliminating Chevron defense, the Corner Post decision will unquestionably lead to more successful litigation challenges to federal regulations, no matter which agency issued them. Essentially, what he's saying is these agencies don't have the money to fucking fight long-ass legal cases. They can only now take on the absolute biggest motherfucking fishes. And it's hard to tell the absolute biggest motherfucking fishes because essentially what this ruling says is these companies only have to have just been started. In other words, they have no track record of being the fucking biggest fish. And they get 6 years to do whatever the fuck they want. And in today's world, it's not like this is the fucking, I don't know, the fucking 60s or the 50s or like, fuck it, pre-World War II when factories weren't just like every goddamn where. In today's world, you really only need like fucking 2 months to get a company up and fucking going and products starting to roll out the door. So essentially these motherfuckers got 5 years and goddamn 8 months of free reign fucking profit to inject the American fucking society with whatever bullshit they have on spare to add as a preservative, which, again, reading the fucking label, you're just going to see preservative. Added preservatives. Natural fucking flavors. All this other bullshit. You're going to taste, I don't know, your fucking honey bun and you're going to be like, tastes a little bit metallic in my fucking throat for a second there. And it's like, yeah, because you just fucking ate lead. You're going to fucking, eat some shrimp and you're going to be like, I don't know, in some fucking state that's not close to the goddamn water. I don't know, fucking Kansas or some shit. And you're like, damn, that fish ran right fucking through me as you're getting off the toilet. And then you're going to look down and see fucking blood in the toilet. And you're going to be like, did that come out of me? That fish I had must have been bad. No, it wasn't bad. It's just the preservative put in it was fucking, I don't know, goddamn salt and fucking mercury. And it's like, yeah, the salt's fine. The mercury's not. Like, we are a third world country wearing a fucking Gucci belt. I swear. We're like that one motherfucker that goes to like every party in Hollywood and like is always wearing the same Balenciaga shirt because that's all they can fucking afford. But walks around like they got a big dick just because everyone's like, I like their smile. That's America. But it gets even fucking worse. It gets even worse. And how does it get even worse? We now have God Kings in America, okay? It's called the president, and they can do whatever the fuck they want so long as it's an official fucking act. Literally whatever the fuck they want. I could have swore the revolution was about knocking off the chains of monarchy. I mean, that's what they tell us, right, in school, is we didn't want to answer to some fucking foreign king across the way and everyone should have a say in things. Well, everyone so long as you're white, landowning, Christian, straight, got slaves. Those people get to make the decisions. That's what it started out as. But we evolved, okay? We evolved, We had a couple movements here and there. Jim Brown held it down for the fucking people before we could hold it down, you know what I'm saying? And then the Civil War happened. Lots of motherfuckers died. The blacks got free. We worked our way up, people like Marcus Garvey, and then we came along with, Martin Luther King and Malcolm fucking X, and other fucking freedom fighters and civil rights leaders, And we got some rights for the, for the blacks, for the minorities, you know what I'm saying? And we started wanting to come up, and they were like, oh, but we gave you Obama. I mean, we gave you Obama, Obama. You got Obama. We could say his name right now, you know. I don't know if I'm breaking or this country is breaking. I don't know which one at this point. Because I'm feeling the sudden fucking need for a spot of fucking tea. Alright? I feel like I want to, have a little cuppa. Yeah? A little spot of tea, maybe some fucking beans in my fucking breakfast. Alright? Okay, you hop on down to the bloody pub. Me and my mates. Yeah? We go down there. Get ourselves a little drink, a little spot of tea. And then come around in time of noon. Be able to see a pint, yeah. I mean, it's real fucking cheery, lads. We might have lost the Queen, but we got fat fucking finger Charles. Real fucked up thing he did to Diana, yeah? Oh, I'm breaking. I'm breaking. I'm fucking breaking. I'm breaking. But let's hear it from a legal expert, right?
The Supreme Court delivered a heavy blow to special counsel Jack Smith's election interference case against former President Donald Trump, ruling along partisan lines that Trump has broad immunity for acts taken while he was in office.
This will be referred to from now on as a landmark opinion of the Supreme Court. It's not only important for President Trump's criminal case, they really have set a framework for all future presidents.
They really have allowed all future presidents to essentially pull a Nixon or worse and get the fuck away with it, is what he's saying. They're fucking kings. France had the Sun King, all right? Sassy motherfucker. Real sassy. Real French, okay? Real fucking vous every Francois, you know what I'm saying? Little fucking sumbitch, all right? And we got the fucking God King, the Orange King, mother Trump, and he is on his way back to the White House. I mean, fuck everything.
August 2023, a federal grand jury indicted Trump in an unprecedented criminal case, charging the former president with 4 crimes related to his alleged attempts to overturn the 2020 election.
Donald Trump's defense team puts forward this argument that a former president should be held completely immune from prosecution for any of the acts that they performed while in office.
I feel that as a president, you have to have immunity. Very simple.
After a lower court rejected Trump's immunity claims, the former president appealed, and on July 1st, the Supreme Court gave him a sweeping amount of protection against criminal prosecution.
The court's very explicit about this. It lays out its framework by saying, quote, "The nature of presidential power entitles a former president to absolute immunity from criminal prosecution for actions within his conclusive and preclusive constitutional authority." What the court is saying in this part is quite surprising. They're basically saying that nothing he does in terms of pressuring the Justice Department to investigate whoever he wants to investigate as president can ever be subject to criminal liability.
Remember when he said we're going to open up the libel laws and we're going to sue all the news agencies?
And one of the things I'm going to do, and this is only going to make it tougher for me, and I've never said this before, but one of the things I'm going to do if I win, and I hope I do, and we're certainly leading, is I'm going to open up our libel laws so when they write purposely negative and horrible and false articles, we can sue them and win lots of money. We're going to open up those libel laws.
Right? Remember that shit? Yeah, he can now do that with basically no challenge. Okay, but he can just do it and say, like, I want you to investigate this motherfucker, and he can tell the Justice Department, do it. And if the Attorney General says, I'm not going to do that, Mr. President, that's a violation of, freedom of speech, freedom of the press, he can say, okay, you're fired, and then hire someone else. Or the deputy that's incoming can be strong armed into fucking doing it. And they'll have to do it because they said the president ordered me to. And someone could say, well, you're the attorney general. You don't follow the president's orders. And it's like, well, when the president's a king, yeah, you do. Because if I don't, he's going to fire me and have me also fucking investigated. And you're thinking to yourselves, this is not going to happen. Trump's not going to get elected. Joe Biden's going to win. I remind you that Joe Biden is a fucking zombie, okay? He's drugged up half the time, the same way they did Kennedy. Fun fact, Kennedy had like fucking 3 debilitating goddamn diseases. They drugged his ass the fuck up. Had him souped up on probably fucking cocaine and steroids, okay? They're doing the same thing to Joe Biden whenever he appears in camera. The rest of the day, when he's not in camera, that motherfucker spends maybe an hour in the Oval Office and the rest of the time in bed. He's a fucking zombie, okay? We all saw the debate. It was fucking insanity. So Trump is likely, if literally everyone that can vote Democrat does not vote, I genuinely believe Trump will be fucking elected. And people have been dissuaded from fucking voting because this is the shit we see on the fucking daily, okay? On the fucking daily. And now this shit happens where we turn our president, we say, fuck checks and balances, right? Okay, fuck that shit. That only applies to Congress, and that's it. Because the justices, like, they're fucking God kings. They've been God kings. They sit in their position until they fucking croak from cancer 3 times over. Thank you, fucking Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Okay? And they're so goddamn disconnected. Half of them motherfuckers, when they were fucking wearing diapers, fucking bombs were dropping in Europe during World War Goddamn II. And now they make the president immune. So if a motherfucker gets up there for 8 straight years, there is legally no recourse the Senate, the fucking Justice Department, anyone can take against that motherfucker because they can just say it's an official act of the president. And you know what? If they want to do this shit, Joe Biden, you want to get elected? Hear me out. Let me tell you how you get fucking elected, okay? You are now God King Joe Biden the first, okay? First of his fucking name, king of the fucking Andals, king of the first fucking men, the whole goddamn 9 yards, okay? You rock fucking Westeros, okay? You are a fucking Viserys when he finally whipped his dick out for a second, all right? And he went up there and he struggled like a son of a bitch to get on that motherfucking throne. And you're a bit of Damon, okay? You're ready to cut a motherfucker's head off. You can do it legally now, by the way. It's official act, okay? This is what you need to do. Tell Justice Department to go suck its own fucking dick and fucking goddamn clear student debt, okay? Step 1, okay? And if they say you can't do that, you could just say it's a fucking official act of the goddamn president. Step motherfucking 1. Right there, you're already goddamn winning the election. Okay, no one's gonna give a fuck if you're a goddamn ancient motherfucking zombie at that point, okay? Because every millennial and every Gen Z motherfucker is literally going to automatically vote for you, okay? The ones that matter, not the rich asshole influencers, but the ones that fucking matter, okay? The motherfuckers who are just out here living their life are gonna vote for you. Step motherfucking 2. And I know this might seem controversial. Investigate the fuck, and I mean the fuck, out of Elon Musk, okay? It might get you some kickback, okay, from Elon Musk dick riders. But I guarantee you the benefits are going to fucking blow your mind because every socialist that considers you an old fucking zombie cunt is going to vote for you, okay? Step number 3, and this is very fucking important. Very, 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 very fucking important. Because it's something that the Republicans might do to get their own motherfuckers that aren't on the MAGA train. Establish some sort of tribunal-like court, okay? With the Justice Department. And every fucking asshole, senator, or representative involved in holding up January 6th, try them in court. Get your Justice Department to try them for their involvement in fucking court. Do it. Because I guarantee you, if you don't, you're going to fucking lose. Okay? And when you fucking lose, the first thing Donald Trump is going to do is come after you because you came after him, as he says it. Okay? He's already gone after your son. He's already pushed the narrative for your son to have to be tried. Okay? For having his cocaine fueled nights in fucking hotels in the middle of fucking Eastern Europe. Go ahead and do it. Just fucking do it. Put some kind of federal protection in for abortion rights. Go ahead and fucking do it. Say it's a goddamn presidential official fucking act. You're the God King now. You're God King Joe Biden the fucking first. Hurry up before God King fucking Donald goddamn Trump the fucking first gets into office. Just do it. Say you're not doing any more fucking debates and then do these official acts and tell them to suck it. Okay? That's the problem with Democrats. They're so fucking pussy. They're so laid back and so, and it's just so pandering. And they just, we stand with Black Lives Matter. Oh, yeah, we're going to do something about that policing. But actually we're going to leave it to the states, and the states are going to do nothing. We're actually going to give the cops more funding. This country is so fucked.
High Court's opinion also says that Trump is entitled at a minimum to presumptive immunity from prosecution for all his official acts. However, a court could determine that some conduct, such as a campaign speech or fundraising, constitutes an unofficial act.
The Supreme Court says, quote, the president enjoys no immunity for his unofficial acts, and not everything the president does is official, end quote. So a big question here is, when was President Trump acting in his official capacity as President of the United States versus when was he acting?
The thing about the legalese on this situation, and this is very important, and I need lawyers everywhere to understand this, and fucking commentators everywhere to understand this. Trump does not operate by the fucking law. He operates by whatever he fucking cooks up in his brain, spews out, and then his supporters straight up just follow it. Okay? It is the nut job factory going on in that man's brain. The motherfucker was up in the Oval Office or in the White House fucking tweeting at 2 a.m. about little rocket mans and shit. Okay? Do you think he gives a fuck about what the law says? He doesn't. And then whenever he goes to court for something, he just fucking rants until the judges fucking just coalesce and say either you can't be here or some stupid shit. They don't give this motherfucker punishment. So the law means nothing. You've already opened the goddamn door. And everyone knows the bullshit saying, okay, once you open the door, you fucking can't close it. It's Pandora's box. We've opened Pandora's fucking box. January 6th was not the end of democracy in America, okay? No, January 6th was the fucking move by the Republicans to fucking start the Clone Wars, okay? This shit right here, nigga, this is Donald Trump and the Republicans establishing that the Jedis, the Democrats, attacked him. This is the moment right before Order 66. And if he gets fucking elected, best believe, if he gets elected, it might not conclude America, but the years following his fucking 4 years are going to be Order 60 fucking 6. Okay? This country is absolutely termite level fucked, okay? I mean infested with bullshit. And I don't think there is a solution outside of a goddamn a fucking hard goddamn reset. We gotta fucking add shit to the Constitution and add shit to the Bill of Rights. We gotta fucking clean goddamn fucking the board and Congress and House, and we've got to fucking get goddamn age restriction regulations and the whole fucking 9 yards, fix the fucking stopgaps, truly make this country equal, and there is no fucking way in hell that shit is happening in the next fucking 50 years. There's no way in hell. Every boomer has to be fucking in their grave for at least a goddamn decade for that shit to happen. Half the motherfuckers who fought in Vietnam need to be dead for at least a cool 5 to fucking 8 years for that shit to have happened. For any type of change to fucking happen.
Well, Donald Trump, Peter Baker, is expressing support for holding televised military tribunals against former Republican Congresswoman Liz Cheney.
What did I say? What did I say? What the did I say? Okay? Joe Biden, go ahead and do it, dog. Just fucking do it. Just fucking do it. He's gonna do it. He's gonna fucking do it. And our only hope is that when he does it, it's just so goddamn insane and takes so fucking long that by the time anything fucking actually starts from it, he's already on his way out the fucking door. Okay, this evil orange fucking Cheeto is just like a goddamn McDonald's French fry. That motherfucker could be in the back seat and still fucking look like a fucking fresh, brand new goddamn Cheeto 20 years down the goddamn road. Like, his age isn't fucking playing a factor. He's always been fucking insane.
The former president reposted this image on.
He posted it. It's not even like something someone started and he just maybe liked the picture. No, he posted it. I swear on all that is fucking holy, I'm gonna give myself a fucking aneurysm.
On his Truth Social account on Sunday, it reads, quote, Liz Cheney is guilty of treason. Read Truth if you want televised military tribunals. In response, Cheney wrote on X, quote, Donald, this is the type of thing that demonstrates yet again that you are not a stable adult and you are.
And stop coddling this mother. Excuse me. Fucking getting acid reflux from all this fucking goddamn. What's the word I'm looking for? Fucking monarchyism. Okay? This fucking fascism. I'm getting acid reflux. Stop coddling this motherfucker, okay? He got to where he was by calling Chris Christie a fat ass, by fucking saying, what was it, fucking, is it Ted Cruz or whatever, saying his dad was the fucking Zodiac killer, okay? Fucking saying he'd grab him by the... I mean, stop calling this motherfucker this adult shit, okay? You can't fight Republicans who are already batshit insane with sanity. That's not how that fucking works, okay? In an insane asylum, it's not the fucking workers that are fucking feared. It's the fucking insane people. I mean, shit. This is just...
are not fit for office. Of course, we've had that conversation, Peter Baker, about all those who are calling for Joe Biden to step down, worried about his fitness, and just letting...
I hate to fucking say it. I really do. I hate to say it. Not because I want Joe Biden to get a second term. It's because of the person I'm recommending that the Democrats replace Joe Biden with. And that's why I hate to say it. Because Joe Biden, at the end of the day, he's, like I said, he's a fucking zombie. He's too goddamn old. That motherfucker's got more morphine and cocaine running through his body than he's got blood, okay? There's no way that motherfucker isn't operating with a goddamn WWE wrestler fucking level of steroids every damn day, okay? But you gotta make him step the fuck out of the goddamn race and replace his ass with the most easy counter to Trump. And that's someone every fucking person knows. And it's someone that you can put on the ticket this late easily and slide in and everyone get behind him, okay? And I know some people that know me are going to say, oh, fuck, here comes the Bernie Sanders reference or the AOC reference. No, I'm being a realist here. It's Gavin fucking Newsom, the governor of California, okay? He's a good-looking white dude. He's young. He's quick. He's whipped. You know what I'm saying? It's... Put him up there, and again, I hate to fucking say this because it's goddamn pandering. Pull an authentic black woman from the roster and make her his running mate, and you got the fucking election. You do. You got it. It's a sealed deal, okay? Give him maybe 2 fucking debates against Trump, tops, and it's over. It's fucking over, okay? It's a Democrat win by a goddamn landslide, but instead, we're drawing out the goddamn corpse like we're fucking pulling out Dracula. Oh, I cannot deal with this country. I cannot. This shit is fucking god awful. If I had the means and the funds to, I would fucking be sitting in a lovely fucking apartment in goddamn Amsterdam with good health care, a good job, a fucking walkable city, able to live my life as I want to without fucking fear of repercussion of my identity being something that I deserve to be shot for. Okay? Smoking a blunt, drinking a beer, and enjoying life. Okay? But instead, I'm watching I'd rather fucking have my eyes held open and forced to watch the fucking Kardashians all the seasons all the way through than live in America for this election. Genuinely. This is fucking maddening. Oh,
letting all of this go by. It's not that let it go by, but they don't make it like a call for him to step down and a call for Americans to look at his fitness. We'll put that aside for a second. And I ask you, should Donald Trump be taken seriously about his threats?
Yes. I can't do this anymore. I'm losing my mind. Yes, he should be taken seriously. Even if he is a fucking buffoon as a president, he is still the president. And not only is he still the president, okay, you make him the God King president, okay? That is what you have done. That is what the Supreme Court has fucking done, okay? The fucking justices that are up there all said, okay, they're all the fresh ones, all fucking said the same thing. Roe v. Wade. Not even all the fresh ones. All of them. Even Clarence Thomas's fat ass, okay, has said Roe v. Wade is a fucking landmark fucking decision. It's firm. It's established. It's something we're never gonna touch. What did they do as soon as they had the fucking majority? They told women, you don't own your womb. That's what they said. People say, oh, whatever. They said the states will decide. You know, there were states that literally had overnight motherfucking immediate in effect the moment Roe v. Wade was fucking overturned, like Texas and shit, that over women hardcore. Okay, force women to endure the birth of a defective child. Okay, that was likely going to die. And did die, in many instances, within hours of fucking birth, okay? Within hours. The fucking kid can't even see. Everything is a fucking blurry shitstorm. Like, the motherfucker's vision was in 240 fucking p with, like, goddamn 1 kilobyte per second of fucking goddamn speed. This fucking America, home of the free, land of the fucking dumbasses. I just. Anyways, I'm sorry to ruin your week. I'm sorry to doom and gloom your ass. But I don't know what else to fucking say. Except. Seems like all hell King fucking Orange, because he's pulling a goddamn House of the Dragons. He's pulling a Rainier, and we can only hope in this case he's fucking Rhaenyra, because if you read the books, don't really sit the Iron Throne. But it seems like in the real world, evil lasts a whole lot longer than good. So, just gonna conclude this with all hail King Trump. And fucking good night. Or good morning. Or whatever time you watch this. Peace out.
Shut up and sit down.